President Trump says he is not joking about seeking a third term for president. Trump reportedly telling Meet the Press anchor Kristen Welker that, quote, "A lot of people want me to do it," when asked about the possibility. And he said that there were ways around the constitutional term limits on the presidency. ABC News correspondent Jay O'Brien joins me now from D.C. to talk a little bit more about this. Jay, let's start with the president's comments about this third term. Presidential term limits are part of the Constitution, very clear part. There are ways for the president to get around this. Are there ways, I should say? And why is he planting this seed now?
Well, he was asked about it in that phone interview with NBC, Phil, and here's exactly what he said that's generating the most headlines. He said, quote, "There are methods which you could do it," referring to being president for more than 2 terms, despite the fact that the Constitution prohibits that. And then he's asked if there's this one scenario where J.D. Vance could run as this kind of shadow candidate for Trump and then throw the power to him. Trump said that's a possibility, but there are, quote unquote, others too. And as you say, Phil, he said he's quote, not joking about it. It's unclear if this is something the White House has really fully thought out. Trump was asked if he had been presented with plans by advisors to this effect, and he sidesteps that question, and instead he only responds with, as I said earlier, there are methods with which you could do it. And then he said his poll numbers are strong and people are asking him to do it. But the reality here is, Phil, the Constitution is clear. You can be elected to the presidency twice. That's it. Full stop. You would have to, in theory, amend the Constitution to allow this to happen, and it doesn't look like there's any kind of support, even from Republicans I talked to in Congress, to really fully do that.
All right, so Jay, let's stay on the topic of elections. The president is also joining telephone rallies for Florida special election candidates this week. That tells you what's at stake.
Yeah, there are 2 special elections in Florida to replace Matt Gaetz and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, who left their seats in Congress, remember. And in one of those races, there is this sense of potential Democratic momentum. And that's the race where Randy Fine is running to replace Mike Waltz. And he's got a Democratic challenger who's had significantly good fundraising numbers. And also, there's been some decent Democratic early vote turnout. And that spooked some Republicans who viewed both of these races as relatively safe seats. And there's a concern that particularly in that one district that I was talking about, there could be some Democratic backlash to Trump that might make this more competitive for Republicans than they thought it would be. I should point out, Phil, just before we came on the air here, I actually got off the phone with Randy Fine, the candidate in that special election district. He tells me he thinks he's doing well. He's confident he's going to win. He views this election as, quote unquote, Democratic rage against President Trump, but he says that he thinks he still has A, the fundraising he needs, and B, the Republican momentum to pull this off, Phil.
All right, well, we shall see. Jay, thank you very much.